Good afternoon. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, and I want to bring you an article, another Raw Story article, and it's about Clarence Thomas. I hate Clarence Thomas with a passion. Clarence Thomas is nothing but a grifter who became a Supreme Court judge, and he used his position to further his uh, life by getting enriching himself by taking uh, lavish vacations, by going to expensive restaurants and having great meals. The man is just a grifter, and if I had to think of him in terms of his race, he's nothing but a fucking Uncle Tom. Okay, that's what he is, and that's what he was, what he always will be. So let's listen to this a little bit.
Clarence Thomas hit with astonishing accusation in Epstein files. Conservative Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas was named in an allegation sent by email to two federal judges and discussed last August by federal prosecutors in New York. The Justice Department's Friday release of around 3.5 million Jeffrey Epstein files has revealed. Given the sheer volume of Epstein-related materials released by the DOJ, many of the documents contain unverified, uncorroborated allegations that do not constitute evidence and do not establish wrongdoing. Thomas is not facing any criminal charges or investigations related to the allegation. Sent to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York and addressed to two federal judges, the allegation sees a person claiming to be an Epstein victim accuse Johnny Martorano, a notorious hitman and mobster who's admitted to killing 20 people, of rape. The purported victim also alleged that Martorano, who struck a plea deal in 1999 to serve only 12 years for his crimes, was in communication with Thomas. John Martorano was the man who raped me and took a picture of me naked and said, "Let's take a picture for Clarence Thomas," the individual wrote. It then went on to accuse Thomas of sexually assaulting her when she was a child. This is also in my CIA file because a few people have asked me if I remembered, but I couldn't remember much of my childhood because I was drugged so much, the email read. There was no evidence offered to back up the allegation. The emailed allegation was forwarded last August by prosecutor Robert Sobelman to Kristen Warden, whose LinkedIn profile says works for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and formerly worked in the DOJ in the Office of the Inspector General. Kristen, pursuant to the standard protocol in this case, please see below and attached, Sobelman wrote to Warden in an August 12 email, along with the accuser's lengthy accusation. Is this the same complainant from the Guardians you were drafting? Warden wrote back just moments later, suggesting the accuser was already familiar to her or her office. Yes, it's from the same complainant, Sobelman wrote back later that afternoon.
There you go. Just another nail in the coffin for Clarence Thomas. He actually, if he did this, he also is a pedophile. So not only are Donald Trump and Epstein pedophiles, Clarence Thomas is a pedophile. And if you listen to my other Raw story about Epstein and Putin, then Clarence Thomas may be an operative for Vladimir Putin. Think about that. If Putin has pictures of Clarence Thomas or knows anything about Clarence Thomas's violations, he may have control over Clarence Thomas. I mean, it's amazing. All of this is starting to come to light, and just how crooked and how intertwined all of this is with Vladimir Putin, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, Clarence Thomas, all of these famous individuals and influential individuals and politicians in our country are ending up being connected to Vladimir Putin through blackmail. So fuck you, Clarence Thomas. I hope that somebody fucking arrests you and puts you in jail and then keeps you there for the rest of your life. You're a crook if there ever was one on, and you're a pedophile. So this is JC saying, fuck Clarence Thomas, fuck Vladimir Putin, fuck Donald Trump, and fuck Jeffrey Epstein, and fuck everybody else who had sex with the underage girls in Epstein's blackmail pit of an island. All right. This is JC saying to the rest of you, Poxmore Jack, keep on trucking.